and I said, I do declare, what a gentleman thing for you to ask me.
And she's like, yes, I do. Send 2. Make it a mugshot. Stand sideways as well as front on.
Well, sir, thank you so much for gracing me with your bottom half.
Oh, my God.
It's the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. The rules are gone. The shirt is untucked. Here's Scott and Alley.
It's another Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. Hello.
Sure is.
This is a dumb question. So, I, as you know, have had more time at home than I really was expecting over the past few days.
I thought you were going to say thing you care for.
Well, that is a little bit of it. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It is very nice to be back to normal. This is my first day back in the office. None of this was in my control, mind you. I wasn't sick. I did, but the kids both last Thursday, now I want to let everyone know, this is Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Last Thursday, diagnosed with strep. Both of them at the exact same time. So that was, the need for antibiotics. I was basically told it's very contagious. Don't come to the building, work remotely. So I was out essentially most of Thursday after we did the show. Friday, I was totally out, worked remotely. Saturday was the weekend. Sunday, huge winter storm. Yesterday, which was Monday, was already a planned day out because the kids would have been off had there not been a storm. The whole thing. Either way, I'm really glad to be back to work. Well, there's been a lot of time in the house for me to have observations. And I had an observation, and I can't wrap my head around this. Why the hell are toaster cords so short?
That's true.
What is
Mine is very short, and I just got a new toaster, too. Well, I don't think they used to be that short.
I don't, now that I think about it, I think it used to be a little longer, like you could wrap it around it. So we have, it's a decorative but useful toaster. It's a Harry Potter toaster. Go figure.
How cute.
Yeah, actually, when it toasts
Where do you get that?
It's probably online. Do you think I bought that? No, that would be the significant other. 6059 is the Harry Potter queen. If it was me, it would be a Star Trek toaster. But either way.
I wonder if they have those.
Oh, I bet you they do.
But although you already have a toaster. So
when you toast bread, it actually toasts the Hogwarts logo on the toast.
That's adorable, too. Growing up, we had a toaster and I don't even know where we got it, but where you could put these metal slats in the, they were metal like imprints in the slats.
Yeah.
So let's say it was a bear. Then you would put the slats, if I remember this right, on the bread and then slide it down in the toaster, and it would press in like a bear.
It would toast in a bear.
Yes.
Now you know how Jesus has shown up on toast from time to time. But seriously, back to this question. Mm-hmm. I think of all the appliances that I have, we all have countertop appliances, right?
Yeah.
So
although I like to keep mine put away.
My toast.
Yeah, my toaster is not on the counter.
It doesn't live on the counter.
And actually over the weekend, so we made breakfast on Saturday, and then I knew we were going to be making breakfast again on Sunday, and I was like, okay, well then I won't put the toaster away. And he was like, good idea. Yeah, it's okay. It's so hard for me to not put it away.
It's a guy thing. You could leave any appliance out on the counter and we're like, all right, it's useful. So I think about this. Mm-hmm. I have the it's an Instant Pot air fryer. That is a pretty good cable. Not the longest thing in the world, but a pretty good one.
I still haven't used mine.
I don't understand why a toaster cable is like 4 inches. And I'm like, I might want to move it over a little bit so I have counter space. I can't. I just don't get it. What's the purpose? I have the
same thing with I have a coffee grinder, and it's a really nice one. Can't remember the name of it, but I have been complimented on my coffee grinder because it's something that usually professional coffee places use.
Oh.
But it has like an inch. So you have to get that coffee grinder right by the...
It's like your arms are out here. I got the toast. I got the coffee. I don't get it. Like, is this some sort of cost-cutting maneuver from the companies? Give me a shorter cord?
Is it something that is a safety feature? Like if it's too long, or do they think that the line will get kinked anything
Will
like
it
that.
drop in the sink while it's on,
Yeah.
electrocute you? I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Or does it stem from the good old days when you could plug a toaster in and the person that you were having an argument with was in the bathtub and you could drop it in and really take him out?
Oh my God.
Didn't that happen in a movie? Somebody, I don't know why you'd be toasting bread in a bathroom, but I
Hold
swear
on.
to God, or was it the hair dryer that
Hair
I'm thinking
dryer,
of?
but hold on a second.
I swear there was a horror movie where a toaster ended up in a bathtub, and I'm like, why are you toasting in the bathtub or in the bathroom?
Hold on. You know they have that tag on there for somebody.
Some jackass tried to do toast in the bathtub.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, there is something.
Yep. Actually, there's a lot. In What Women Want with Mel Gibson, his character is almost killed by a hairdryer falling into his bathtub,
Okay.
which instead gives him the power to read minds.
Okay.
In The Addams Family Values, Debbie Jelinski attempts to kill Uncle Fester by dropping a radio into his bathtub.
All right.
Bride of Chucky, 1998. Chucky kills his girlfriend's lover by dropping a radio. I didn't ask for radio.
Oh my God! Yeah, I thought it was a toaster. I don't know why.
Groundhog Day,
Oh, yeah.
1993. Bill Murray's character attempts to commit suicide. Oh, that's right. Attempts to commit suicide by dropping a toaster into his bathtub.
There it is.
Oh, hold on. No, wait, but there's more.
Oh, wait.
Let's see.
This has got to be where the short cable came from.
I'm sure it is. Goldfinger, 1964.
Oh, little James Bond with
Right.
Sean Connery.
Not the... Oh, or is that Gold Member? The Austin Powers one. Anyway.
Oh, Gold Member's Austin Powers.
Okay, Goldfinger, 1964. The teaser features a classic scene where a disc-shaped heater is dropped into a tub.
You know, Goldfinger's the movie with Pusha Galore.
Oh, very
Yes.
nice. Oh, Dale in King of the Hill attempts to kill Hank with a toaster, but trips because it's plugged in.
This is...
Wait, hold on. One more.
I love that there's more.
One more. At least one more. Family Guy. There is a scene where a man uses a toaster to commit suicide. Oh my gosh.
In the bathtub.
Yes.
Why are we cooking toast in a bathroom?
No, it's not that you're cooking toast in it. You're wanting to cause harm.
Well, okay, but I'm thinking other things I could throw into a bath water that are plugged in.
Yeah, dryer.
A dryer would work. That's got a long cord.
Yeah.
Hell, go all in. Throw a vacuum in.
Oh, yeah, that's super easy.
Yeah.
But the one that keeps coming up time and time again is actually the one from Chucky, where Chucky electrocutes Tiffany in the in the bathtub.
That'll learn you.
Okay, I've got a wild story.
Oh.
This is a listener story. So, and I'm going to try to paraphrase it a little bit, but I don't really want to leave out any major details because
Okay.
this is so good. So recently on the show, I had revealed that I started dating again and that I was dating somebody new. So said listener, who I've met many times, and she's come to a lot of events. She's actually done a project for me. She did a painting project for me. When my best friend's dogs passed, she painted a picture of the dogs for me and I paid her for it. So anyway, so she texts me right away or messages me right away. Oh my God, I just heard you're dating again. I'm also swimming in that very shallow pool after my marriage ended this last summer. So I did know this piece. I don't know how you are finding dating as a whole adult, but it's bad. I have so many stories. I want to share one with you. And it's a little long, so I thought it's best to DM you here, okay? I went on a date with someone, I'll call him Derek. Derek only asked me 4 questions on this date. If you count the phone call afterward, we'll get there, Scott. We planned to go to an ugly sweater party, but he didn't wear an ugly sweater. After a short while, which that's going to come up later in the story, you'll understand why. Hold on a second. Let me take off my glasses for this. After a short while, we decided to go to another bar where he talked at me like a finance bro. When I decided I'm not really into it, I thanked him for the company, paid for my own drink, and went to leave. All right, pretty clean break, right? He asked if he could crash at my house.
On a first date
Yes!
that wasn't even going that well?
Yes.
Jesus.
This was the first question he had asked me all evening. Obviously, I said no. When I got home, he called me and suggested we could talk while he drove home. He then launched into a monologue about his life. Again, he's not asking questions to her, but anyway, that's her. I know all about his family, where they live, and why he doesn't talk to them anymore. Derek, in quotations.
Hey, can this guy give every red flag and just get him out of the way right away?
Oh, just wait.
Jesus.
No, wait. It gets so much more.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, you're Derek asked me a second question.
Oh, wait, that's two.
What underwear was I wearing?
Yep, that's the second question you want to go in for. Nothing other than that.
So, can I crash at your house is number one. What underwear am I wearing?
Of all the things you could talk about.
Knowing it wouldn't, right, ask me about my job. Ask me about anything else. Anyway, my kid. Knowing it wouldn't go the way he was taking it, I told him, I'm a middle-aged single mom. I'm wearing a support tank. He laughed and asked me if I wanted to know what he was wearing. I did not. But he sent me a photo anyway. It was...
This is every red flag.
Oh, it was red. It was a red Lacy bra and underwear set.
He was wearing it.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
Okay.
I didn't have a lot to say, but that didn't slow Derek down. He started telling me about other undies he had and outfits too. He sent me more photos. I had less to say. So he asked me his last question. Could he ask me a favor? Sure, she says. Derek asked to be called Debbie. Now, before you interject, now I am happy to support any person with any life path, she says. So this actually didn't bother me, but caught me off guard. Debbie then sent me so many photos of themselves in the outfits they've described.
Oh.
Then they said they had a secret. Debbie.
What is left?
Oh, you just wait. Debbie says she likes to borrow people's underwear, then wear them when they don't know it and put them back before they notice. That's Debbie's hobby.
That's Debbie's hobby.
This is where Debbie...
Hence the question of, can I spend the night?
Right. Mm-hmm. This is where Debbie lost me. I was stunned into silence. Debbie sighed. That was too far for you. To which I responded...
I think about 10 minutes ago was too far for me.
Right? When we weren't having any chemistry over drinks.
Oh, that was a start, yeah.
Debbie sighed, that was too far for me. I responded, I just don't think this is going to work for us, Debbie. And we parted phone calls. Nope, doesn't end there.
No.
Thank goodness
Why would it?
Thank goodness I didn't invite a stranger back to my home and my underwear drawer. They would have been so disappointed.
Would they?
All right. Okay. So now, let's see. Then, okay, hold on a second. Okay, let me get down here. I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm dying," because they go on to something else. This is the best story I've ever heard. And then I said, "Yes, I'm dating again." Blah 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 blah. Okay. Then they send me pictures. Ugh. They send me like 4 photos. And this listener says, I don't know if you're ready for this, and sends me all these pictures. So now
you got them now. Okay.
Yes, I can see them right now. So
I oddly want to see.
Okay, here, hang on a second.
Hold on. I'll walk over.
Okay.
This is the nice thing about the podcast. She's right over here.
Uh-huh. 1.
Oh, this
Wait,
is
2.
Really?
Wait, is that a bottle of vodka?
I'm not focused on that.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So wait.
Here's the thing. I'm going to make a suggestion. I'm certainly not swimming in any sort of a dating pool whatsoever. I would say it like this. I would say to Debbie, whatever. I think the advice maybe would be up front. How are you? This could be a question. I mean, of the 2 that were asked, maybe one could be, how are you with somewhat alternate lifestyles? Open the door for the person to invite this. Because
it's the same as if some guy sends me a dick pic on the first date. Do not send me a dick pic on the first date.
No,
I don't
you ask
want it.
Allie the question, how are you with 8 inches?
Wait, hold on.
And then Allie responds, that looks more like 5. But either way.
So we'll get there. Hold on. We're going to analyze this in a second. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
But they said these are the ones that are not even the super nudie ones. So they sent the ones that
I don't need to see those if you got those.
I don't have those.
Okay.
But that's the thing. What Scott just saw, what I'm looking at right now, everything's covered. So that means this person sent nude ones to her. She goes, who sends this to a stranger?
This is now a restraining order.
And then, wait, hold on a second. And you're telling me he has this wide variety of outfits, but not one blanking ugly sweater? Which I told you that was going to come back up.
Yes.
Okay. I said, the sweater got me. Love that you sent me those. He's a good-looking guy.
And not a bad-looking dude, or girl.
Right. And you're right. I don't care what you're into, but the whole approach.
No, but you do. You do care a little bit.
Well, yes. Hold on. I'm getting there. So I said, I personally am not into that. So this guy would not be sticking around for me, but it's also a matter of shared values. And I don't mean faith. And I've mentioned this many times recently on the show, so I'm going to extend it over here on the podcast. What I mean is if I'm into adventure seeking and life experiences and you're a homebody, then this won't work. So we need to have the same values on whatever we're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
I got a great way to put it. There's a difference between acceptance and participation.
Right.
And that's really what it comes down to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not into it.
Yeah, you don't have to. This goes for anybody, any situation. Accepting is a good thing. Participating is by individual choice.
That's perfect, Scott.
And that's really what it comes. But you have to be clear. Can we analyze now?
Now you can, but I also have a couple more messages to read. But go ahead.
No, it's not, if this person is into this, there is someone out there that would be into it with them.
Yes.
Hence participating.
Yes.
It is a bit of a pill to swallow, back to the acceptance. Mm-hmm. And it probably would not, even not with the participation part, would not be your friend's ability to say, I could have a relationship with this, with this lifestyle. And that's okay.
Yes.
Whether they participate or not. I mean, I don't know. How does she participate? Putting on guys' underwear? I don't know.
Well, or just that allowing and being okay with the person to be in the Lacy underwear with you in the bedroom or whatever.
That's just simple chemistry.
Right. And she even said, I wholeheartedly agree, because I was saying, that's just not a shared value for me.
Yeah.
So she said, honestly, I was done with him before we even finished our drink. So for her, it had nothing to do with that, except for, you're right, she didn't want to participate in that either. But she also doesn't want somebody who's like talking to her like a finance bro.
Yeah, I want to come back to that in a minute.
Dick. Yeah.
I want to. Why don't you finish the messages, because there is a deeper concern for me with
the way he speaks to women.
Donna. Well, that too, but Donna. What are we calling her?
Let's call her
the name of Derek. The name of the
Debbie.
Sorry,
Derry, which is also Debbie.
Debbie.
I'm sorry, Derek, which is also Debbie. Yeah.
Derek. Debbie. We're going to come back to that in a minute. Finish the messages.
Listener says he obviously wasn't interested in me at all. He doesn't know a thing about me. It needs to be a mutual interest. I'm not looking for. Oh, she says I'm not looking for. Okay. Hold on, because then we kind of go into our own personal breakups. So basically what it came down to, because I messaged her again a little bit this morning, and she says it should be noted. I did say, hey, I'm going to use your story for our podcast. She goes, enjoy. I hope everyone gets a good laugh.
Enjoy.
Lock up your undies, ladies. These men are wild. And she said it should be noted also that at no point did Debbie act in any way feminine. They kept their macho finance bro tone of voice throughout the entire time. I said, so are they just a cross-dresser? And is that still a phrase we use? Because I honestly don't know. I'd never hear that phrase anymore. And she responded, I think so. But it seems more thrill-seeking, like closet splunker or something. And I said, oh, that's a possibility. So go ahead. Now, what else do we need to analyze?
I'm concerned. Okay, I don't really care that this individual wants to dress in a certain way or do things, but there are
neither.
The red flags that really come forward in this, and there's a number of them, is he has no social ability to pick up a cue that it's not moving forward.
Right. She didn't want to continue the date at all.
Yeah. Now, it's not the first time in a situation like this happens, but to go from, see, there's a difference. if somebody wasn't picking up the social cue that you weren't into them and they just kept messaging and it was, relatively innocent, at some point you might have to drop the hammer and just go,
I'm not into you.
Listen, I wish you all the best, but this is not for me.
Yes.
Have a great life. Moving on.
Before I even saw Debbie's undies.
That's the concerning part to this is, you really cross a line here where she took this far more casually than I would have.
Oh,
Again,
she's very accepting.
I don't have the accepting part is fine. Participations differ. Remember my statement on that.
Right.
It's the fact that it kept coming and kept growing to another level. The can I stay the night? Oh God, there was
showing the pictures.
Then the pictures start coming. To me, this she could. It's really on the borderline of
It's a little, I don't say harassing.
It's harassing / I'd be nervous. Like
invasive.
I would be looking around now going, is this person going to appear in my life again? Like if they're willing to open this much of a door right away, and I get it. A lot of people don't have social cues. Listen, up until the point where the messaging of, can I spend the night? And then, talk to me the whole way home. Then the pictures, then the underwear, the whole thing. There's a lot of times, I can't just say it's guys. Sometimes girls too will get, yapping. And it does feel very talked at as opposed to talked with or questions. So unfortunately, I think that's part of the dating nightmare is, you're going to find somebody, they're going to be that type of person, and you're just going to be like, not for me, and you just move on. It just kept growing and growing and growing, and it's like, thank God she didn't say where she lived. I'd be afraid the guy would come over, and I'm not going to lie to you, this is on the fence to me of a restraining order because of how out there it was. It just didn't end. It's
so funny. I wasn't looking
and
at
there were nudie pictures you said.
That I did not see. But
I'm not saying everybody that sends a dick pic or a down undercarriage picture should have a restraining order put against them because you do have the power to block someone on your phone. Let's be real.
Yes.
Before you go all extreme, you have the power to block someone.
But she didn't ask for these pictures.
No.
So, and that's where I as far as you going, it's not almost like harassment and you're being so concerned. I forget
in one night.
I know, but I forget that, Scott, you've never been in the online app dating world because this didn't even, not that it didn't faze me, but I thought, yep, that's another one of those stories. And that's what's really sucky is that we've become numb to really overbearing situations.
Yeah, this person felt dangerous on part 2 of the story. Part 1 of the story, okay, you like to talk at people. You're trying to show that you have some sort of knowledge and power. It's all too common. But and I'm saying, by essentially talking at somebody and like she was saying, a finance bro or whatever. That sort of stuff, you're going to either find you can tolerate or you're like, no, I don't. Because some women want a very powerful man in their world that has the ability to say, now, little lady, this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah,
Probably
somebody
not
wants
exactly.
somebody, right? Well, I get what you're saying. Some people want somebody who's a little bit more leadership-like.
Yes.
Okay.
It's when this goes to these other levels that it's like, whoa. Now, I will say, first step should have been to block completely. However, if the person kept finding a way in, whatever that was, that's when you need to start looking at some sort of restraining order and say, look, it's not that I'm trying to be cruel, but this is not what I want any part of, and they're not getting the picture whatsoever. So before we go to extremes,
they did now.
What's that?
I hope they do now.
Well, look, it comes down, did she block him?
I don't know.
If she didn't block him, this starts first with her as I have to say, you have to take the responsibility. You got to block this person. Sometimes, the problem is with very accepting people, sometimes they're too nice. And you have to, this is a boundary that got crossed
I think
from her.
I've been in that boat before. That I'm
Probably.
very, very accepting, and I was
and
never
your boundaries get blurred.
Right. And I was not good at setting healthy boundaries before and being a little bit more rigid on that. So you're right. She does need to do that, especially since she's back in the dating game.
Well, this
You
person
have to.
clearly does not know the social cues to where it is acceptable and where we've gone. And I doubt he did it for a bet with his friends. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't all staged.
No. You don't have that many outfits if you're not into it. Because Scott and I just saw 4 different outfits. Now, the other thing too, because I'm gonna relate it to the dick pic thing, because I have received those pictures before. But in that case, and I think this is where it relates to you showing me pictures of you in red lacy underwear or whatever, is asking me, are you into it? Asking me, do you want it? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I've had somebody ask me, would you like? Or, hey, I had somebody say, I'm a gentleman. This is such a funny lead up. I'm a gentleman. Do you want a picture of my dick? And I said, I do declare, what a gentleman thing for you to ask me.
And she's like, yes, I do. Send 2. Make it a mug shot. Stand sideways as well as front on.
Well, sir, thank you so much for gracing me with your bottom half.
Oh, my God,
I appreciate your gentlemanly.
I appreciate your genitalia from your gentleman nails.
Yes.
Yeah, no, she's got to block him.
Hold
that's
on.
where it
Let
starts.
me ask her.
That's where it starts. Because if not, it's just going to keep going. And this person clearly has no idea where the limits are.
She's probably at work, so I'm probably not going to get this answer until the next podcast.
Oh, that'll be fun if that message pops up in the middle of the meeting.
Because it says on social she hasn't been active for a while, so I assume she's on,
God in heaven.
at work. So why don't we do this? We're going to wrap up here because we have to. We do have to go. I will get you that answer right out of the gate from the next
Along
podcast.
with why are toaster cords so short?
Oh, did you want me to Google that?
No, it's one of life's dilemma. I'm sure there's a reason. Now that you mention it, I am.
You know
curious.
what? That's been Googled, and I will have an answer for you. Oh, what is the? Hold on. Toaster cords are short primarily for safety.
Oh, because they don't want you to throw it in the bathtub.
To prevent fire and electric shock hazards by keeping the hot appliances away from sinks and reduce tripping risks.
Okay.
Complying with standards like those from the Underwriters Laboratory. A shorter cord also minimizes electrical resistance and voltage drop, ensuring the toaster receives adequate power and operates efficiently. And
Oh, wait.
to answer your question, did she block him? The answer is, she says, no, I did not, but I haven't responded to a few messages after I did.
Nope. If she doesn't block it, it's an open invitation still.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I love that we literally got everything wrapped up.
There you go. We'll see you next week.
All right, bye.
Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. Do us a favor, will you? Subscribe. Share the Scott and Alley Not For Air podcast. Touch our buttons. We know you want to.